Those of us who've lived in Pittsburgh a while or who grew up here have plenty of tales about the people who moved away. The great Pittsburgh diaspora resulted from the collapse of our region's industrial base 30 years ago. In 1984 alone, 50,000 people moved out. As a result, it's too easy to forget that the population trends have actually reversed. Expatriates are coming home, and yes, people with no previous ties to our region are finding their way here as well. And not just for great career opportunities, but because they actually want to be here. Well, Lisa Sylvester is one example of a newcomer who had put Pittsburgh on her short list even before she got a call from this television station. Lisa's come to our region from CNN to anchor the news on WPXI. And welcome to town.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah. Appreciate it. Really glad to be here. And, you know, Pittsburgh is, it's as you said, Pittsburgh is a lovely, lovely city. And our family and we are just all adjusting. We've been here about a month or so. And a lot of folks are asking, so how do you like it? And the truth is, we love it. I mean, it's far exceeded anything that I ever imagined. I mean, we knew that we would like Pittsburgh. We didn't realize how much we would love Pittsburgh, though. Well,
but you've been living in D.C., you've been working for CNN and ABC, and D.C. is where all the action is. It's an exciting city. There's all kinds of stuff there. What made you want to look for a different type of a life?
Well, for starters, I mean, we have two young children. We have a 3-year-old and we have a 5-year-old. And so we really wanted to put down roots in a city. And we wanted it to be a city that was not too big, not too small. And Pittsburgh fit the bill. I mean, so right off the bat, if you look at cities, and we also were sort of trending toward the East Coast. We have a lot of family on the East Coast, so we wanted to kind of stay on this side. And I actually pulled out a map at one point, a map of the United States, and I was looking at various cities, and you know, we looked at some cities on the West Coast. We looked at Seattle, we looked at San Francisco, we also looked at Baltimore, we looked at Atlanta, we looked at various places, and Pittsburgh came up on the list because if you read many different articles, you know, Parents Magazine, there's been Family Circle. A lot of times when they do these lists of top 10 best places to live, Pittsburgh was always on the list. And so we started asking ourselves, hey, let's maybe kind of take a look at Pittsburgh. And the more we read about Pittsburgh and the more we heard about Pittsburgh, the more we liked it.
Wow. Now, did you have either of you had ever touched Pittsburgh at all, or was it pretty much reviewing the literature and searching the web?
No, I had been to Pittsburgh before. One of my best friends from college actually lived in Monroeville.
Oh, okay.
And so even when I was a college student, you know, I came and I visited her. And over the years, I had been to, I went to CMU to visit. I remember when, as a high school student, looking at various colleges. So I had been to Pittsburgh before, and so I knew a little bit about it. And I will say this too: the people who I knew who were from Pittsburgh were the nicest people that I encountered. You know, I mentioned one of my best friends from college, but there were so many people that I knew who were living in other places or who I met in Washington, D.C., who were from Pittsburgh, and they were just the nicest people. So
the great diaspora, that's great to hear. We have a lot of champions and ambassadors all over the country, if not around the world. So you were in the middle of doing this due diligence and sort of narrowing your list even before you got the call from the TV station here?
It just was one of those things where we sort of had a short list of different places, you know, where would you like to go? And my husband and I had many different conversations about this. We wanted a place that was family friendly. We wanted a place, you know, with great schools. We wanted a place where, you know, the kids could really put down roots and where they could grow up. Not too big, not too small. We looked at things like crime rates. We looked at things like taxes. We looked at things, you know, and that's another thing about Pittsburgh that I did not know before I got here, but I was pleasantly surprised. No taxes on clothing and no taxes on food. I was like, wow, this is a bonus.
The sales tax climate in Pennsylvania is actually not all that bad. It's not too bad. And so then the job opportunity came up.
And then it's just, the job opportunity came up. And that's when we really sort of ramped up in terms of doing the research and looking into learning more about Pittsburgh. And I talked to different people who lived here, and I talked to friends. And we came on a couple different visits to just drive around and see some of the great neighborhoods in the north and the South Hills and so forth. And you know, we looked at each other and we said, we really would like to do this. We're also like the outdoors. My husband and I are both, I mean, you know, we like to run, we like to bike, and that's another thing. There are a lot of green spaces in Pittsburgh, and it's a real attraction. It was a real bonus. Plus, not to mention all the family-friendly activities, you know, be it the Children's Museum or the zoo or the Science Center. Those are all of the things that make a city. Those are all the things that we are looking for and that we want for our children. You know, I want to be able to wake up on a Saturday morning and take the kids to the Children's Museum, or take them to the zoo, or take them to the North Park, or take them to various places. And that's what, the more we found out about Pittsburgh and, you know, on our visits, the more we really liked it.
Well, it's really exciting. Great. It's a terrific story. Great to have you here in our region, and hope you enjoy being here.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Bill.
And when we return, remaking cities. What's ahead for our region? Stay with us.